Hello everyone, and thank you for clicking on today's video. It's Emmy here again, back with another video. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for clicking on the video to watch another one. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Emmy and I make food content. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you liked the video, please come back again and watch another one. And don't forget to subscribe if you like it. In today's video, we're going to be making some cube steak and gravy. For my seasoning, I have all-purpose seasoning, paprika, ground oregano, garlic powder, and onion powder. So I used about a teaspoon of each of my seasoning. I didn't over season my cube steaks because we're gonna add more seasoning in our gravy, so you don't want to make your thing too salty. Also, you'll need flour, and I use some extra virgin olive oil to fry up my cube steak. You'll also need celery, onion, and bell peppers if you would like. I add these to my gravy. I use about a quarter cup. Chopped all of them up, combined them. I had them stored in my freezer, so I use a quarter cup of that to put inside of my gravy. I'm just here making sure all my seasoning is coated really good on my cube steak. Mixed it all up, marinated it all up together, and then we're going to take it over to the stove and we're going to fry it on up. After we seasoned up our cube steak, I added some flour to our cube steak. We're just going to fry them up a bit, get a good crust on them, and then we'll go ahead and make our gravy. To my pan, I used extra virgin olive oil. You could use whatever kind of oil you wanted to use to fry these up, and I just put enough just to cover the bottom of my pan, so it's not sticking. We're not deep frying, so I just add enough to cover the bottom of my pan, and we're just going to fry them up until they get a good color on them, and then we'll persist on making our gravy. After we get them nice and brown on both sides, we're just going to transfer that to a plate, and we're going to let those sit for a minute, and now we're going to work on our gravy. To the pan, I'm going to add my quarter cup of my onion, green pepper, bell peppers, and onion mixed together, and we're just going to cook that off, and then we're going to go on with some flour and make our gravy. just here, I'm just making sure we get all of the residuals from us cooking up our cube steaks off of the bottom of the pan, all the seasoning and everything, get it all incorporated with our onion, celery, and bell peppers. And that is going to help build on the flavors in our gravy. So to this, I'm going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of flour. Now, if you don't like your gravy, I like my gravy to be nice and thick and rich. So when I put it on my rice, I got all that goodness. If you don't like your gravy as thick as I do, then go ahead and add you about 1 tablespoon of flour, or add more water to it than I do. I add about 2 cups of water, or 2 cups to 1.5 cups of water. If you want to add 3 cups, go ahead. You make your gravy to the thickness that you desire, the way you like it. Okay, I'm just here making sure we get all our flour up, and make sure that you cook your flour for a couple minutes. You got to cook it for like 10-20 minutes. Just cook it for a couple minutes, because it's still going to continue to cook while your meat and gravy cook together. I use warm water or hot water. Here in my kettle, I use hot water. That's how I normally do my gravy. I'm just making sure all of our little bits in the bottom of the pan is up off the pan. Here you're gonna see me adding some browning. It's not necessary. If you want to add some, you can. If not, it's not necessary. But I like my gravy that nice brown color. It's what I'm used to. That's why I added in. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and let that cook for a couple of minutes, and we're gonna add in our cube steak back in, and then we're gonna cover this and let it go ahead and cook for about 30 minutes. That's how long I cooked mine, for about 30-40 minutes. If you want to cook it for longer, make sure you turn down your fire to a low setting, to about, mine was at 3 on my stove. I have numbers, so that's a good low, medium low. And I'm also going to add in some all-purpose seasoning. So you want to taste your gravy first, and go ahead and add some all-purpose seasoning. I added about another tablespoon of my all-purpose seasoning to my gravy. So you want to go ahead, after you finish doing that, adding your cube steak, cover it, turn it down, and let that go ahead and cook for about 30-40 minutes. Now, if you want to cook this longer, you go ahead and cook it as long as you want, till you get that nice and tender meat as you desire, and that nice rich gravy that you desire. guys, so here it's been about 20 minutes. I took my cover off. I'm checking it, making sure nothing is sticking. As you can see, we have that nice rich gravy that I like, and I'm just going to cover it and let it go for another additional 20 minutes. And once it's finished, we're going to plate it on up, and here it is. Through the magic of camera, we're all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you to everyone who tune in to watch my videos all the time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Bye.